the proposal for the consent agenda, and she informed me that nobody requested that we pull anything out of the consent. So I'm going to start reading it through it, and if you have any last-minute desire to pull anything out, you just let me know. All right? So I'm going to start. First is RS 2018-1168 by Bircher, Bettany, and Roden. It approves an option agreement between Metro Government and Samuel and Marshall Morgan for the purchase of property owned by the Morgans. Next one is RS 2018-1172 by Roberts, Bircher, and others. It approves an intergovernmental agreement between the Tennessee Department of Transportation and Metro Public Works for the reimbursement of railroad crossing safety improvements at Centennial Boulevard. Next one is RS 2018-1173 by Roberts, Bircher, and others. It authorizes the Metro Water and Sewage Services to enter into a facility encroachment agreement with CSX Transportation, Inc. to accept the dedication of certain facilities to be built by private party. Next one is RS 2018-1174 by Roberts, Bircher, and others. It authorizes Metro Water and Sewage Services to enter into a facility encroachment agreement with CSX Transportation, Inc. to accept the dedication of certain facilities to be built by a private party. Next one, RS 2018-1175 by Scott Davis, Bettany, and Elrod. It abandons existing sanitary sewer and water easement rights and accepts fire hydrants for property located at 710 and 710B Cleo Miller Drive. Next one is RS 2018-1176 by O'Connell, Bettany, and Elrod. It authorizes TC Restaurant Group, LLC to construct and install an aerial encroachment at 111 3rd Avenue South. Next is RS 2018-1177 by O'Connell, Bettany, and Elrod. It authorizes Angry House Holdings, LLC to construct and install aerial encroachments at 1115 2nd Avenue North. Next one is RS 2018-1178 by O'Connell, Bettany, and Elrod. It authorizes 300 Broadway, LLC to construct and install an aerial encroachment at 300 Broadway. Next one is, there are bills on second reading. The next one is BL 2018-1161 by Syracuse, Bircher, and others. It approves an agreement between Metro Government and Plaza 2750 LLC concerning the acquisition of property for use as the site for the new public library branch and acquisition and construction of related infrastructure improvements in Donaldson. Congratulations, Councilman. That's great. Next one is BL 2018-1163 by O'Connell, Bettany, and Elrod. It abandons an existing sewer main and easement and to accept new sewer mains, sanitary manholes, and a fire hydrant and easement for the property located at 710 Demambrian Street. Next one is BL 2018-1164. Did I miss somebody wanted to talk to me? Yes, Councilman, sorry.
I just was wondering where my congratulations were for that one.
Well, did you get a library?
No.
Okay, so once you get a library, I'll say that. I think you're getting a big tower now, right? And Lucene Park or something? Okay. Next one is BL 2018-1164 by Bettany and Elrod. It abandons an existing easement and easement rights for a property located at 4411 Michigan Avenue. Next one is BL 2018-1165 by Roberts, Bettany, and Elrod. And congratulations, Council Lady Roberts. It abandons an existing water main and easement and to accept a new water main, fire hydrants, and easements for a property located near 6006B Hill Circle, including Hill Circle and a portion of Marcia Avenue. Would you like to talk about it? All right, okay. You're welcome. Next one is BL 2018-1166 by Withers, Bethany, and Elrod. It abandons an existing sewer main and easement and to accept new sewer main, sanitary sewer manholes, and any associated easements for a property located at 711 Gallatin Avenue. Congratulations to you too. BL 2018-1167 by Freeman, Bethany, and Elrod. It abandons portions of alley number 1897 right-of-way. That's it for the consent agenda. Should I remove anything from it? Do I have a motion to approve? All in favor say aye. Oppose? And Councilmember Hagar just came in. All right, so now I'm going to go to the items that are not on consent. First one.
You've already done that.
Huh?
You've already done that. It's on the consent.
This one? It's not on consent.
No, this one.
Oh. But there is no letter from it.
Move it to the heel.
Okay. We have one that is not on consent, and the sponsor is not here. It's BL 2016-287 by Council Lady Haywood.
Did you have 1162 also now on consent?
Yeah.
You want to take that one and
Yes.
move Hayward's?
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. BL 2018-1162 by Council Lady Lee, Bethany, and Elrod. It abandons an existing pump station and sanitary sewer force main, and to accept a new water and sanitary sewer main, sanitary manholes, fire hydrants, and easements for a property located at 0 Pinhook Road. I have a motion. Have a second. No comments. All in favor say aye. Oppose? Okay. I think we are getting a, if you guys will bear with me for a minute.
So we can't locate her, but she's on second, so we'll defer by rule here.
All right. Given the rules you guys gave me, I really can't endorse this one by myself, so I'm going to ask for a motion to defer by rule. Yes, Councilor Lady Johnson.
Yes, motion to defer. Since it's a second reading, could we possibly refer to Planning Zoning Committee for the third reading instead of deferring, just in case it has, time-sensitive reason? So I think that would be more proper rather than defer by rule, just refer to Planning Zoning Committee for third reading.
You want to make that motion?
Yes, I would like to make a motion to refer to Planning Zoning Committee for the third reading.
Okay. Councilmember Glover.
Okay, well, I've only been around this stuff for a little while, but and I'm certainly not wanting to fight the issue, but are we now changing the rules on the floor? Because if we're not here, it's deferred by rule, was my understanding. Am I wrong on that, Mr. Jameson?
Rule 29 requires the presence of the sponsor or a letter in support. If neither is applicable, then it's deferred by rule. Now, Council Lady Haywood could then, on the floor tonight, move to suspend the rules, move to re-refer on third reading. I think
Right.
that's what Council Lady Johnson was.
Okay, so if Council Lady Haywood wants to do that, then that would be a proper motion and still stay within our guidelines.
Correct.
Okay.
But, thank you, Councilmember Glover. Mr. Jameson, can we make a recommendation to the council that we want her to re-refer on third reading?
You could, but if you wanted to take Council Lady Johnson's motion just to simply re-refer to planning and zoning, she would first have to suspend the rules at this committee level and then have the committee adopt that motion. They both end up at the same process. Either way, on the floor tonight, Council Lady Haywood makes a motion to re-refer and suspend the rules.
I think this is a good conversation, so I think we need to figure these things out. Are you good?
Well, I mean, from my standpoint, I think we have rules for a specific reason. And again, I don't necessarily mind if it is time sensitive to have a suspension of the rules for the evening. But I think when we start changing the rules on the floor, that kind of that muddies the water, in my opinion.
That's good. That's why we're having this conversation.
Yep.
Councilor Lady Hurt?
You know, I'd just like to have, well, thank you, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry. I'd just like to have some discussion or clarification. You know, I see that a lot of zoning requests are moving to SP, and especially for the developers' convenience. And I've just received quite a few constituents' emails or phone calls, and they are concerned because while it supports the developer, it really does infuriates the constituents and the neighbors where these things are happening. And I just want to get some clarification, because when we have rules and have things in place, people seem to find a way around them to accommodate their desires. And I don't like to play party into those things if it's not for the greater good of the people. So I just like to get some kind of something so I can feel good about supporting things that I'm not as well versed about it as those who are sponsoring the bill.
I appreciate your question. Would you, is that related to the motion that we're discussing regarding Council Lady Haywood's legislation, and if we are going to
Well, yes, because I've noticed that it says by changing from 1 to SP, and the SP zoning, where it says that, you know, you can't permit certain things like a bar, nightclub, pawn shops, clubs, and different things of that nature, things that, you know, people don't really want. And I think they use it to disguise what's really going on and what's really happening. So I just want to know.
And those are great questions. Unfortunately, because the sponsor is not here, we cannot even engage in the debate because we don't have anybody to make a motion with the legislation. But I think that's a really great conversation, and we can schedule some kind of a discussion if the committee is interested to go over, you know, how we get around to do an SP and that sort of thing. But thank you for the comment. All right. Councilmember Wieters.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This might be a question for the staff, but typically zoning bills come to this committee on third reading after they've had a public hearing, and just wanted to get, if I could, a little bit more clarification on why this one is before us on second.
She had her public hearing and then deferred indefinitely back in 2016.
And thank you for triggering our recollection of that. But I guess we really have had quite a bit of I'd say a fair amount of constituent emails with regard to this case. So thank you for reminding me of that, Mr. Jameson, because I was kind of looking forward to hearing the pro and con side from the constituents directly. I may have to go back and review some prior information from that public hearing, but I definitely agree that I hope that the sponsor would be willing to have a discussion in this committee, since we have had constituent emails with concerns about this one, so that we could have a more robust discussion with the staff at that time before we are asked to make a recommendation. Thank you.
So this is the situation we're in right now. We have a motion by Council Lady Johnson. The motion to defer was before? Okay, so Let me finish. What I was saying is she had already made a motion, and he said that he felt that the motion was illegal. So does she need to withdraw the motion, or we need to vote it down, or how does it work?
It is deferred by rule. However, Council Lady Johnson interjected and moved to have it re-referred. She would need to move to suspend the rules, first have that approved without 2 objections, and then move to have it re-referred on 3rd reading. Or the alternative, of course, is go back to deferral by rule. In both instances, I suspect Council Lady Haywood will do the same thing on the floor tonight. Move to suspend the rules, move to re-refer it to this committee, and proceed.
So you either have an option to request a suspension of the rules of this committee or to withdraw.
So Chair?
Yes.
If I may, since outcome will be the same on the floor, so why don't we withdraw my motion and defer by rule and have the main council member do the proper motion on the floor?
All right. So that means that the original motion to defer by rule stands. And do we have a second for that one? Okay. All in favor say aye. Oppose? All right. That brings the meeting to an end. Thanks for an engaging conversation. Council Lady Hurt, if you're interested in having a conversation about SP, just get with Councilman, sorry, I keep calling you Councilman, with Mike Jameson to see how we can set something up. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.